Right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. Libras, earlier today, I recorded a video for you guys, only to discover afterwards it had no audio whatsoever. There has been something very quirky going on for about 48 hours now. I think that there's probably some YouTube updates going on again because it seems like it's a software issue. So it's a little bit out of my control. I had it happen again on another video that I had to delete earlier tonight. So with that in mind, we will just roll with it. Navigate whatever we must. But I wanted to go ahead and at the end of this, I want to do a special shout out for Shariza Ali. I will pull a couple cards for you at the end, my dear. But for right now, let's go ahead and jump on into this Libra message. As I said, I had already done one and it had no audio, and I'm not even going to try to recreate that or anything. We're just going to start fresh and assume that and right now I can't even remember what the video was, but it was like a full 17-minute long video. So we start out with the card of revival. Those who live today will die tomorrow. Those who die tomorrow will be born again. It is all about the cycles of life. This is a great representation of, like deja vu, reincarnation, the fact that we are spiritual beings that go through so many transformations in one lifetime. We evolve, we change within one lifetime. We can restart our life and become somebody entirely different if we choose to. So it's a wonderful sense of at any point in time, if what we've been doing doesn't suit us, we can choose a new book out of the Akashic Records and transform. We go through different partnerships, we go through different career paths, and it's really reassuring to know that we get to do many things in one lifetime. Hi, Miss Moody. Great to see you, love. All right, so we start with the Fool. So this looks like Libra is embarking on a brand new adventure because this is a reset button. Oh, Libra, did Libra just make a big change in their life? The reason I'm doing a storytelling right now with the temple is because I always look at that as like the internal self. The temple is us, our internal self. And I feel like if inside Libra is aware that something became outdated, outmoded about the lifestyle they were living, or maybe even something about themselves has just evolved and changed. Now in Libra's external world, they are aware that they're taking this big leap forward. Very exciting energy. I love the Fool card. It is Aries energy. Oh, we have the Lovers. Libra's ready to choose a completely different kind of romantic partner as well. If once upon a time they were, tending to fall for someone who was, a specific like lifestyle choice, they may be choosing someone else who would represent a totally different lifestyle choice. This could also just represent more of how Libra is different. So they're attracted to a different quality of person. I do think once upon a time, Libra may have been more like buttoned up, or the person that they would have chosen as a partner could have been very prim, proper. Perhaps there was prestige and, a certain like cultivated, even repressed kind of energy. And now what their heart wants is something much more free. And the reason I say it this way is because we have a feminine who's like, all buttoned up to her neck and covered to her ankles. And then over here, we have a feminine who's got no top on. She's got grapes in her hair. She's definitely, out there more earthy, more natural, living her best life. So Libra could be kind of shifting into a little bit of earth muffin energy, or Libra is falling for somebody who is much more earth muffin vibe. And I think that this is the new transformed 2.0 version of Libra here. Hi, everyone. Mariposa, Polka Dot Suzanne, Just Fly 808, aloha. Great to see you. All of these cards keep saying new beginnings, new life, new energy, new connection. Everything here feels amazing. It feels loving. It feels kind. It feels supportive, and it feels new. Two of Swords in the reverse, and there's nothing blocking Libra. There's no guilt. There's no shame. There's no overthinking it. There's nothing holding Libra back from I really feel like they're falling in love with a different person. They're taking a different path in life. So let's say Libra was married for a long time, or in a relationship with one person, or living one lifestyle for a long time. My impression is that this is a Libra who's possibly somewhere in the middle of their life. They've already lived like one avenue of life. They had a persona, they had a lifestyle. And I think that this new chapter of their life is going to be complete opposite. Complete opposite. It's going to be, where once upon a time, maybe they lived in a city, maybe they wore a suit and tie to work. Now they might live in the country. Now maybe they, are like farming, or they're, retiring in this very like rural area. It's completely opposite from what Libra used to have. We've got this Queen of Swords. We've got the Seven of Cups. I love the fact that it's a little bit like the world is Libra's oyster. I think Libra had a life for a while that was too structured, even for them. Like the Queen of Swords does like structure, does like organization, but that doesn't mean that the Queen of Swords, doesn't need different ideas to, stimulate them intellectually, and that they're content with something that becomes like this too routine, too Groundhog Day existence. So I think one of the biggest things that Libra is now about to enjoy is the variety of their life. I think they were bored out of their gourd, is what I would say. And Libra is no longer going to be bored. They have a different chapter of life that they're embarking upon. Justice, and here's Libra. I do think Libra got maybe stuck in a pattern and it wasn't fair. Maybe they got pressed into a lifestyle path that wasn't even right for them at one point in time, and that's changing. 10 of Wands is here, and they finally don't feel guilty about it either. This Libra is so over like the lifestyle that they maybe had to live for a really long time. There's the wild card. This card shouldn't even be in the deck, right? It's just an additional, like, this is kind of beyond the world. This is out into the solar system, out into the galaxy. There is something here where what Libra is drawn to next, they know they don't have a reference point for it. It's like going out beyond what we've navigated in the past and having like a true adventure. I think Libra needed this. They needed this sense of adventure and freedom. Let me go back over to the Lovers card, because we already saw them choosing a different romantic partner. We have the Lovers in the reverse. I'm going to say it this way. We could have a Libra who's like, once upon a time, I was not even like permitted to choose the romantic partner that I really wanted. We have strong Gemini here doubling down, and how crazy to get the Lovers card to clarify the Lovers card in a reverse position. This is Libra saying, maybe Libra loves somebody and they didn't choose the person that they wish that they had. And this time around, they'll be damned if they're not going to, go for the kind of person that they want, go for the lifestyle that they want. 10 of Cups. Oh, this is so beautiful. Everything about what Libra is choosing is right for them this time. But can I ask, the person that was right for them that they didn't choose, is it like Libra is going back to somebody that they knew before? Is this like an old flame? 4 of Swords is sideways. It definitely could be. It could be someone that they knew once upon a time. There's even this lighthouse, like they've always been, like this beacon that calls out to them. It could be that Libra is going to be reconnecting with, let's say it's a really old flame. Let's say it's somebody, we have the Tower. Let's say it's somebody who let Libra go when Libra didn't choose them. This could be somebody that they knew when they were 20 and now they're Libra's in their 50s, and they're single again. And they're saying, I broke up with somebody in my 20s because whatever, they didn't live the life that was approved of by my family or something. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose what I want. Now, I don't know if this is Libra going back to somebody from their past necessarily, or if it's just them having the opportunity to simply no longer feel like they're not allowed to be with whomever they choose. We've got the Magician upright. We had Aries with the Tower, and now we have this Virgo Gemini energy. It's whomever or whatever Libra is manifesting for themselves. I don't really want to commit the idea that Libra is going back to someone that they used to know. It could be, I would just say that the bigger message here is Libra will let themselves love whomever it is that they love, regardless of that person's, walk of life or whatever their career path is, or, if for some reason it was like, well, they're not really on the same path that I'm in, or they want a different style of life than the life that I'm somehow, headed for. So I can't be with somebody who's going to live in the country because my career path's going to take me into the city. It could have been something as simple as that. Whatever reason Libra didn't choose or didn't get to choose a partner that they wanted, they are now like fully embracing the fact that Libra's heart is going to be choosing for them. Libra's choosing for themselves what their heart wants. Let me get one more here. King of Swords. That King of Swords, there is a perfect matchup for Libra. I don't know who they were with, and I don't know that it matters because they're not with that person anymore. This Libra is embarking on a whole new chapter, but finally, the Queen of Swords is going to match with the King of Swords, the person that really fits into Libra's vision of what they want their life to be. Can I see anything about who this perfect pairing is? They could be older. Oh, Three of Swords. Okay, I'm inclined to say that Libra broke this person's heart. If Libra didn't choose to be with this person once upon a time, it broke their heart. Six of Pentacles. They never replaced Libra. They never found somebody that, was, I'll say, better than Libra or suited them better than Libra did. They have, I think, held a torch for Libra a very, very, very long time. Hey guys, great to see everybody. Lalu, hi. Denisa, Bluegrass Hater. Okay, so we have the moon. I don't think Libra knew that this person has, this could have been years that this person has held on to both the heartbreak and the desire to still be with Libra. Maybe they even kept the faith alive that someday Libra might come back to me. There is something very spiritual about this person. They could be a Pisces. They could be very emotional, but they have not spoken or seen Libra in a long time. But if this is who Libra is choosing now, Inspiration of Wands, I don't know. This person might have sent up little prayers to be like, I wish someday Libra would come back to me. I don't think that they ever extinguished the candle that they felt, that emotion that they had for Libra. Obviously they always believed that they were a good match for Libra. They were a King of Swords wanting to match with a Queen of Swords. But for whatever reason, Libra's life took them in a different direction, at least for a chunk of time. And now Libra's like, oh no, I'm doing what Libra wants. Finally, I'm going after my life. I'm choosing what's right for me. I'm not going to do anything that other people, tell me is the better choice. This is about me picking what I want. Or I'm not going to let a career path take me away from the path that I would prefer to walk down. This really feels like Libra had some of their autonomy kind of like either crushed or, wrestled away from them at one point in time. And that's what they've got back. That's why we have so much of this energy of freedom. Libra can go where they want, live how they want, choose who they want. There's nobody blocking them. I do want to take a look at that Two of Swords, because the fact that there's no blockage at this point indicates at one point there was, right? At one point somebody was blocking Libra, or there was I don't know who that or what that Two of Swords was. It could have just been that Libra hadn't practiced enough self-love at one point in time. And so they were doing things that was like, okay, this is sensible. And, family approves of my choices. Like I'm picking, jobs and stuff that they approve of, even if it takes me very far away from what I authentically want and what really makes me happy. But nobody's asked me what makes me happy. I think the blockage at one point would have been, is Libra operating out of self-love, or were they operating, we all people please to some extent, or without meaning to, we surrender what we really want for what other people say is a good idea. And they could be right. Maybe Libra did choose a good path for a chunk of time, but thankfully, even if they did make good choices, like let's say sensible choices in career path or something, this actually says they didn't though. This says Libra brought heartbreak to themselves. And thankfully, anytime that we make the wrong choice in life, what's beautiful is we get other chances to turn it around. Because at the end of the day, who's the boss of us? Just us. So if we're unhappy with something, once we really realize, I don't even like this, I don't know how I ended up here, but this isn't fun, we can stop and we can reverse and we can go a different direction. And that's where Libra's at right now. That's super empowering. Again, that first card, the revival card, Libra gets to live more than one lifetime in this one lifetime. And I do feel like Libra was under somebody else's thumb for far too long. No more. Libra's done with that. They don't have to feel like anybody else gets to have much to say about the best choice for their own life. This Libra is very autonomous now, and we can see that they're making the choices that they want to make now. This is very exciting. I feel like this is the next, and possibly the very best chapter of Libra's life, to finally feel like I'm doing what's right for me. I'm not checking anybody else's opinions. I'm not asking anybody for permission. I'm doing what's right for me. So well done, Libra. This looks like they're headed into a really great era of life for themselves. And it does feel like this is a more mature Libra who gets a whole second lease on life. And a lover that is a much better match for them, and somebody who's loved them for a very, very long time, from what I can tell. All right, I'm going to end this here, but I am going to pull just a couple cards just for Shariza Ali. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate you. I know you'll see this later on, but let me get a card or two. Now, as you know, I'm a fictional storyteller, not a psychic, so bear that in mind. I will tell whatever story comes out, good, bad, or ugly. We start with a 10 of Swords here. Excuse me, a 9 of Swords. My apologies. Aries distracted me. Somebody's been having some sleepless nights, a little bit of stress or worry about something. Obviously, sometimes at nighttime, we make worries get way bigger. We have the moon. The moon is the stuff that's hidden in the subconscious, and the stuff that there's more than one thing or more than one person involved in this, because we have 2 towers on this moon card. We got the big old scary tarantula coming out in the middle. So we keep seeing nighttime worrying, but we have 2 people worrying possibly about the exact same thing, which could be we're not talking, but we really wish we were. We've got shared energy of, I wish you'd reach out to me. Well, I wish you'd reach out to me. I feel like this could be lovers not in communication, both of whom lay awake at night and are checking their phones or wishing that the other one would reach out and say something. And sure enough, we've got this Temperance card, the energy of, shared calm and peace. So here's the thing, even though we start with stress, we share the energy of, connection, positive connection, good emotions, and love. And that's where these 2 actually have like a positive meeting point. Yes, but I care about you. I want the best for you. I miss you. I care about you. I want you. I miss you. Man, I'm stressing because I wish I could hear from you. I wish you'd write to me. I wish you'd contact me. But the only reason that they both wish that is because they both think highly of each other. So this could be 2 people at a distance missing each other. This doesn't have to be like lovers that are estranged. This doesn't even have to be lovers. This could be 2 people that are like, man, I miss my best friend. They moved away. And both of them are like, man, I almost called you 2 nights ago, but it was like 3 a.m. I was up. I almost called you. I just wanted to hear your voice. How are you doing? I missed the fact that you moved away. It could be something along those lines. But what's great about this story is that for the stress of it, we actually have really positive vibes as well. And that's kind of sweet to think that 2 people are holding each other in the nicest place in their heart, which is, I like you. I care about you. I love you. I want to talk to you still. That feels really good, even though the stress is how come they haven't yet. And this Ace of Swords is either it's time for some truth talk, like they need to go ahead and admit to each other, I want to talk to you. Well, I want to talk to you too. Or this is the sword that says we cut each other off. And maybe the truth is that's not the best thing to do because we're both missing each other still. We're still bonded. And maybe this is a bond worth salvaging, even if we change the dynamics of it. So there's some truth that needs to be brought to the surface. And it really looks like there needs to be communication. Like, hey, I've been missing you. I just need to admit it. I can't help that. I don't know how you feel, but do you want to still talk, or do you want to still, have each other in one another's lives? How can we still make this work? It feels like that conversation is coming, and it feels like it's because it's super positive. And I kind of like that little collection of cards, because it says, why ever have to put ourselves through hurt and pain when in fact the feelings toward one another are really beautiful? So why not, lean into that and express that, even if it means, maybe we can be friends, if not lovers, but I don't want to, not have you in my life anymore because I miss your face. That song by Augustines, the band used to be called We Are Augustines, and they shortened it to just Augustines. But it's, hey, hey, I'm running in place and falling behind because I miss your face. I think it's called Running in Place. Anyway, terrific band. I so wish they'd tour or cut some more albums. Amazing, amazing. But anyway, that's the song. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. I will be back in a bit. You can hear Aries is huffing at me, so I'm going to take him out again, and then I'll be back, and we'll be over on Tarot Dog after this, probably at about 10:20, 10:30. All right, you guys, lots of love. Sorry, I have to go or the baby will bark. Bye, Libras. I'm coming.